I know Michael Hollick, who's the world expert on vitamin D and has written 3 or 4 books on it. And he advocates the taking of 3,000 IU per day.
Yeah, that's like a minimum, I think.
Oh, that's what he advocates as a general supplement for people, 3,000 IU.
If he advocates any more, they'll just shut him down. The FDA will shut him down.
The U.S. RDA is still 400 IU.
Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. How many years off or in the Pleistocene era is the RDA? How off is it?
Well, it's based on science in the 1950s, and it hasn't changed since.
Yeah, so I would imagine that the whole matrix is off. 60 years off, plus.
Yes, but it's defense of the status quo, which is, academia's, really, as I said, their holy grail is defend the status quo at all costs.
If people want to come and train with you and learn how to work out, you have a totally different workout program and system, I think, than anybody in the whole world.
Well, it's used fairly well around the world now, but it's simply based on the way the body is designed. The body is designed to work in a certain way. All movements, for example, are rotational in the body. So if you don't do rotational movements when you're trying to exercise, then you are defeating part of the physiological purpose of the exercise.
So even when you buy the new Power Program book, you still, even though you have photos in that book and articulate descriptions of what to do, it's still different than doing it in person with somebody who's trained.
Oh, much different, yes. The book itself is the basic, very basic stuff.
How many training programs do you do a year is it Salt Springs?
Yes, we usually have 2 camps a year where people come and stay here for 4 days.
I'll bet they don't want to leave.
No, a lot of them don't.
You said that Salt Springs, when people come, they often don't want to leave.
It's an extraordinary thing, but the first thing that happens is after 3 or 4 days, people start going and looking at properties.
Where is Salt Springs near? Give us a sense.
Oh, it's just off the foot of Vancouver Island. It's really a continuation of the San Juan Islands up from Seattle.
Now, you're from New Zealand. You and your wife are from New Zealand. Yes. Do you miss it?
Well, Salt Spring is actually a very similar country.
Similar in what way?
Oh, the trees and the land and the temperature.
Because a lot of people love New Zealand. Just go crazy. Yeah. They love New Zealand.
I believe that Canada is just as beautiful. It's a different way, but not the cities, but out on the islands is very beautiful.
What's new with the Colgan Institute in terms of discovery or any type of activities that you're involved with that you would like to share?
Probably the thing that we're developing the most is the brain program, a supplement to inhibit the degeneration of the brain as you age. And we've been fairly successful with it. I was very surprised that my book, Save Your Brain, has been read by a lot of academics, and I get quite a lot of, because it was written for the general public, and I get quite a lot of invites to speak based on that book.
I love the diagrams that you have in your books. They're hysterical. They're great. It's one of the signatures of your books. Not only do you write and explain everything, but your diagrams really help, and your photos really help, and some of them are really funny. Really, really funny. So I really want to thank you for joining us on the show today, and would love to have you back before 7 years.
Well, I hope so, Kim, yes. Perhaps when I'm 75.
And really want to thank you for taking your time to join us. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been talking with, listening to, and learning from Dr. Michael Colgan, the founder of the Colgan Institute at colganinstitute.com, the author of so many books today. We've been talking about Save Your Brain and Nutrition for Champions, the 100-Year Diet. Thank you so much for joining us.